Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam buat adik-adik semua. Pertama, saya ucapkan terima kasih buat teman-teman pengurus ISEC yang telah berkenan untuk berkolaborasi bersama Direktorat Pengembangan Karir, Kewirausahaan dan Hubungan Alumni IPB. Dan saya juga mengucapkan terima kasih atas kehadiran adik-adik semua dalam acara yang kami selenggarakan khusus untuk meningkatkan persiapan bagi adik-adik yang akan melakukan interview dalam berbahasa Inggris. Tentu ini bukan yang pertama yang akan kami lakukan, kami akan konsisten secara kontinu untuk terus melakukan kegiatan-kegiatan seperti ini. Tujuannya apa? Supaya adik-adik terbiasa dan akan meningkatkan peluang atau kesuksesan untuk mendapatkan pekerjaan dalam proses rekrutmen dan seleksi yang akan adik-adik ikuti. Terima kasih. Pesan saya ikuti program ini sampai akhir, insya Allah akan banyak manfaat buat kita semua. Terima kasih juga buat para narasumber, Mbak Gita yang telah berkenan untuk mengisi di acara kali ini. Semoga dimudahkan dan dilancarkan semuanya. Terima kasih. Selamat malam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Oh, kalau mau ditunggu untuk teman-teman fasilitator dan MC-nya ya, sudah aku panggil.
Halo teman-teman, suaranya kedengeran nggak ya?
Terdengar, Kak. Suara aku jelas loh.
Oh, oke, kedengeran. Sebentar ya, aku setting suara dulu. Halo, dengar nggak suaranya?
Aman, Kak.
Oke, oke teman-teman, ini dari teman-teman yang untuk MC-nya sama apa namanya fasilitatornya bisa hadir sekarang nggak ya?
Bisa kayak sebentar ya, sudah aku panggil mau ditunggu.
Oke, makasih banyak ya. Bentar aja kok teman-teman, cuma 5 menit sampai 10 menit aja. Teman-teman ada lagi yang belum di-admit nggak buat briefing kita malam ini sebelum mulai nanti sesinya? Wah, izin.
Kak, katanya Alia Soraya ada di waiting room, Kak. Boleh tahu ya?
Oh, di waiting room itu nggak ada kan? Di mungkin bisa join ulang.
Mungkin terangkat kali ya, Kak. Aku coba kabarin.
Ah,
Thank you, Kak.
ah. Iya.
Halo kakak,
Halo Fauzi. Oke. Ada lagi nggak yang belum di-admit sama kita?
Ada, Kak. Ini beberapa fasilitator katanya sudah ada di waiting room, tapi belum di ACC gitu.
Di waiting room kami ada Fadil Yudi, Belinda, sama Salsabila. Tiga-tiganya kah?
Salsabila, iya, Kak.
Oh ya, oke. Ada lagi?
Dari tim Cisel, apakah aman? Gimana Cisel?
Sepertinya masih belum pada respon lagi sih Kak. Mungkin bisa dimulai dulu aja.
Oke. Oke, halo teman-teman, selamat malam. Terima kasih banyak ya atas kesediaannya buat sesi sharing malam ini. Semoga ini bisa menjadi awalan kita untuk kolaborasi selanjutnya ya teman-teman ya, untuk mendukung mendukung program IPB juga dalam rangka pengembangan kemampuan berbahasa Inggris karena saat ini kan bahasa Inggris sudah jadi mandatory ya teman-teman ya. Oke, selanjutnya mungkin aku izin untuk share ini ya, share screen untuk rundown kita ya. Nah, bentar ya teman-teman. Oke, oke teman-teman. Jadi malam ini nanti kita akan mulai di 18.30 untuk sesi untuk sesi kehadiran pesertanya. Dan kita akan mulai 15 menit untuk pemutaran video CDA terlebih dahulu. Kemudian nanti pembukaan dari Fauzi ya berarti sesuai dengan cue card aja. Dan yang akan hadir nanti sebetulnya dari pimpinan nggak ada, tapi karena nanti akan ada tapping sambutan dari direktur kami, Pak Sukma. nanti boleh di polling untuk Pak Sukmanya dulu aja gitu. Apa namanya? Kalau misalnya nanti dari asisten direktur kami juga akan hadir, nanti akan kami kasih kode ya, kalau untuk apa namanya sambutan selanjutnya kira-kira kayak gitu. Terus langsung aja nanti karena ini typing dan typingnya juga cuma sebentar, nanti langsung ke dokumentasi dan sesi pengenalan untuk narasumber. Nah, habis itu nanti sesi sharing, semoga cukup ya Krisela dalam 30 menit kayaknya tadi agak padat juga materinya. Aku paham banget karena memang mungkin nggak akan cukup semua gitu, tapi semoga bisa eh, apa namanya cukup juga gitu ke teman-teman semua gitu. Nah, selanjutnya nanti bisa kita ke sesi latihan bersama. Nah, nanti Grisela aku mau minta tolong kalau misalnya gini. Jadi nanti ketika setelah sesi materinya Grisela nih, terus sebelum apa namanya kita masuk ke nanti kan Grisela ada bridging untuk pengenalan program ISEC juga ya. Nanti di PowerPoint terakhir sebelum masuk ke PowerPoint ISEC, bolehkah kalau misalnya nanti kita kasih 3 pertanyaan yang nanti teman-teman bisa cari jawabannya terlebih dahulu sebelum nanti mereka masuk ke breakout room. Nah, nanti di breakout room sendiri kita menyediakan sesuai dari fasilitator kan ada 6 ya kira-kira secara kasarnya gitu. Tapi kalau nanti misalnya banyak dan perlu 7 orang, nanti aku juga akan join untuk sebagai fasilitatornya kira-kira seperti itu. Nah, di fasilitator nanti di breakout room nanti dari 3 pertanyaan yang sudah disampaikan di akhir sesi narasumber itu nanti kita akan mengundang misalnya 1 orang yang akan menginterview dan 1 orang yang akan diinterview kira-kira seperti itu. Nanti karena mungkin kalau misalnya pesertanya cukup banyak ya dan kalau misalnya take turn semuanya harus dalam posisi role playing kayaknya kurang cukup gitu. Jadi nanti paling 2 orang sebagai contoh itu sebagai interviewer dan interviewee, nanti selanjutnya adalah sesi diskusi. Dan kita akan apa namanya membantu teman-teman untuk aktif kira-kira apa yang perlu dipoles dari sesi contoh yang tadi sebelumnya gitu. Jadi mereka yang akan menganalisa sendiri contoh yang sudah dilaksanakan kira-kira seperti itu. Kemudian nanti penutupan, ketika penutupan nanti dari kami akan menyampaikan apa namanya di sini kan ada untuk big thank you dan segala macam. Nanti dari kami akan ada penampilan sertifikat dan juga link presensi evaluasi. Kira-kira seperti itu. Itu untuk dari rundown dulu. Apakah ada pertanyaan teman-teman semua?
Kalau aku izin tanya, jadi
Silakan.
nanti yang nanya pertanyaan interview itu bukan fasilitator ya?
Bukan, ya jadi kita sudah menyediakan pertanyaannya sendiri. Jadi kita ngasih kisi-kisi supaya kita bisa memberikan kesempatan untuk teman-teman mencari jawabannya terlebih dahulu. Jadi ketika nanti sambil bridging kan nanti teman-teman bisa sambil nyari jawabannya juga ya. Ketika pemaparan tentang program ISEC nanti mereka bisa sambil nyari jawabannya dan ketika di sesi breakout room nanti teman-teman bisa kasih waktu 5 menit untuk teman-teman tetap apa namanya mencari jawabannya sambil kalau misalnya ada yang mau bertanya di sesi tersebut dalam jangka waktu 5 menit untuk menunggu sesi latihannya gitu ya. Itu nanti boleh silahkan dibuka mungkin sesi tanya jawabnya gitu supaya kira-kira apa yang tadi teman-teman masih mau ditanyakan kira-kira seperti itu. Kalau misalnya ketika di sesi Grisela tadi nggak cukup untuk sesi pertanyaannya gitu.
Sih, kalau misalnya di sesi berlatih yang di dalam breakout room itu kan nanti kan kayak mock-up interview itu gitu, gitu ya. Nanti yang tanya itu fasilitator gitu yang tanya ke partisipannya atau gimana? Sorry.
Ketika sesi apa namanya simulasinya karena ini kita menekankan untuk supaya teman-teman berlatih dalam bahasa Inggris jadi baik interviewer maupun interviewingnya kami mengundang untuk partisipannya aja gitu jadi mereka akan berdiskusi langsung menggunakan bahasa Inggris jadi selain kita berlatih untuk interviewnya juga kita menekankan teman-teman untuk mulai aktif berlatih gitu jadi selama sesi menggunakan bahasa Inggris gitu.
Sih, berarti di dalam sesi berlatih, partisipan nanti latihan dua orang untuk tanya dan jawab pertanyaan interview gitu ya.
Iya betul.
Oke, baik, terima kasih.
Sama-sama ada lagi teman-teman dari rundown yang sudah disampaikan?
Kak, aku mau tanya.
Boleh, silakan.
Berarti nanti kan yang sebelum aku masuk ke perkenalan Isaac secara singkat, aku udah masukin question yang 3 itu dari CDA. Itu BTW aku yang masukin atau dari pihak CDA ya, Kak?
Oke, sekarang kita moving ke pertanyaannya ya teman-teman ya. Kalau dari aku sih sempat searching karena tadi aku juga udah baca decknya dari Grisela. Paling tiga pertanyaan outline besarnya adalah pertama introduction pastinya. Yang kedua mungkin lebih ke mulai untuk sebentar. Oke. Di sini kalau untuk STAR method practice kan aku sempat cari-cari juga ya kira-kira rekomendasi pertanyaan apa yang kira-kira cocok gitu. Di sini kan ada apa namanya questionnya terkait teamwork, problem solving, dan juga adaptability. Kalau misalnya dari Grisela cocoknya enak dengan top teamwork, problem solving atau dari adaptability.
Dari aku mungkin lebih prefer problem solving kali ya, Kak. Jadi lebih critical thinking-nya.
Oke, kalau gitu pertanyaannya yang kedua untuk problem solving ya. Nanti berarti mungkin pertanyaannya seperti kira-kira kalau di sini sih tadi tell me about the time when you face a challenge and how you overcome it gitu ya. Oke, yang selanjutnya mungkin pertanyaan ketiga adalah sebentar hilang teman-teman. Em, Sebentar ya aku tadi dari PPT Grisel deh kayaknya. Hmm, Oke. eh Mungkin why should we hire you ya untuk closing gitu untuk closure teman-teman setelah apa namanya mungkin bisa yang si where do you see yourself in 5 years atau yang apa namanya why should we hire you kalau menurut Grisela cocok yang mana lebih enak yang mana dari teman-teman untuk storytellingnya.
Oke, mungkin kalau dari aku, why should we hire you kali ya, Kak, biar lebih persuasif, belajar
Boleh ya.
persuasif.
Oke, untuk introduction-nya berarti mungkin kita menggunakan 1 minute introduction mungkin dia untuk perkenalan teman-teman. Nanti mungkin Grisela ketika sesi penyampaian materi bisa di-highlight juga untuk introduction 1 minute introduction gitu ya, pitching diri untuk dalam waktu secara singkat gitu. Karena kan summary juga kalau di CV memang screening dalam waktu 5 detik gitu. Jadi kita akan meng-highlight itu juga ya Grisela ya. Nanti mohon bantuannya semoga bisa tercover semua nih materinya karena aku paham sekali ini sangat padat gitu ya untuk waktu yang singkat gitu. Kalau dari aku itu sih teman-teman. Mungkin dari teman-teman CDA apakah ada yang lain yang mau ditambahkan atau teman-teman dari ISEC?
Aku mau nanya nih. Jadi
Mm-mm.
kalau misalnya untuk kan delegate dikasih waktu untuk berpikir. Nanti
Mm-mm.
berarti tuh sebelum yang pas persiapan Isaac mereka udah coba ini jawab dan nanti pas masuk breakout room pun mereka dikasih waktu 5 menit lagi untuk coba jawab dulu ya Kak before sebelum
Mm-mm.
semuanya di start.
Betul. Jadi ketika closing nanti Grisela akan menutup dengan selain ini kan ada final checklist ya. Nah nanti teman-teman nanti dari Grisela ibaratnya kayak ngasih tugas nih ke teman-teman selagi kita sebelum masuk ke breakout room sama dari panitia kita akan menyiapkan breakout roomnya juga. Nanti bisa disampaikan yang 3 pertanyaan tadi introduction, kemudian terkait problem solving dan yang kemudian yang terakhir itu why should we hire you gitu. Nanti sambil Grisela bridging dan Fauzi juga bridging masuk ke apa namanya breakout room. Nanti teman-teman sambil dikasih waktu untuk berpikir gitu, untuk cari kisi-kisi jawabannya, kira-kira gitu.
Oke Kak, udah paham sejauh ini. Makasih Kak.
Sama-sama. Ada lagi teman-teman. Jadi nanti kalau misalnya pas untuk teman-teman fasilitator ketika di breakout room nanti boleh di-highlight juga. Nanti kita masih tunggu 5 sampai 10 menit misalnya untuk teman-teman cari jawabannya dan selama jangka waktu itu teman-teman yang ada di breakout room boleh menanyakan kembali terkait materi apa yang mungkin mau di mungkin masih ada pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang belum di closure gitu ketika sesi pemaparan Grisela gitu. Gitu sih kalau dari aku. Teman-teman udah cukup? Apa ada lagi sebelum kita mulai open game?
Kak, kira-kira possible nggak ya untuk ambil footage recap gitu dari CDA? Karena kayaknya nggak memungkinkan dari teman-teman Isaac IPB. Karena hari ini kita juga ada another project di Zoom meeting juga gitu.
Nanti aku coba usahakan sebaik mungkin ya. Takutnya dari kami takut footage yang nggak cocok nih. Tapi nanti mungkin kalau misalnya ada reference take-nya seperti apa, nanti boleh disampaikan. Nanti kita bantu coba usahakan semaksimal mungkin gitu.
Pokoknya setiap rundown ada minimal satu video aja gitu sih Kak. Kira-kira aman nggak ya?
Oke, nanti kita coba akomodasi teman-teman ya. Aku berusaha sebaik mungkin. Semoga nanti hasilnya memuaskan gitu kira-kira. Oke, kalau dari aku cukup segitu sih teman-teman. Dan ini per malam ini sebetulnya mendaftar 144 ya teman-teman. Tapi memang di grup itu kita baru kayaknya belum semua sih yang join walaupun ada himbauan ya. Ini di grup baru 132. Jadi nanti kasarannya mungkin kalau misalnya kira-kira akan full semua ya kira-kira ada 100. Jadi memang tadinya kita juga kaget tadinya wah cukup gak ya hasilnya gitu. Untungnya teman-teman dari Isaac bisa gitu. Nanti kalau misalnya tetap kurang nanti dari kami juga akan menambah satu lagi. Apakah ada lagi teman-teman sebelum kita mulai open gate?
Dan aku so far udah aman.
Oke, kalau gitu apa namanya aku izin tutup untuk sesi briefingnya untuk malam ini. Terima kasih banyak teman-teman. Sebelum kita mulai semoga sukses ya, dan juga menjadi awal kolaborasi kita selanjutnya. Gitu. Terima kasih banyak teman-teman. Selamat break dulu sebelum kita mulai. Silahkan.
Oke, makasih Kak.
Nah, jadi kan tadi kita tuh ngikutin dari siang ya. Nah, di situ tuh terutama di CDE, itu kita dapat fasilitas di mana kita bisa sharing session terkait wirausaha, karir, dan CV. Nah, selain itu juga banyak booth-booth yang nyediain banyak games yang menarik dan juga terkait informasi scholarship dan juga neurofic. Aku harap untuk job fair tahun depan itu lebih excited lagi, lebih semangat lagi, dan lebih banyak nyediain informasi-informasi yang bisa digali oleh mahasiswa maupun yang umum.
Oke, kesan-kesan saya mengikuti Job Fair IPB tahun ini, saya sangat senang sekali alumni IPB, sehingga harapan saya tahun ini juga kita bisa merekrut banyak teman-teman dari IPB dan bisa bergabung dengan Superindo. Berkesan buat saya yang pertama, ketika kita datang kan sudah ada LO ya yang mendampingi, membantu, dan kemudian yang paling jarang saya temukan, kita juga diberikan kantong ya untuk menyimpan sampah, dan ini menurut saya merupakan hal yang baik, sehingga ketika kita ada mau buang sesuatu tuh bisa kita kumpulin di satu tempat dan membuat booth kita juga jadi lebih bersih. Sebenarnya secara keseluruhan dari segi acara sudah oke, kayaknya udah gak ada lagi sih yang perlu diperbaiki. Good job IPB.
di University Training Center akan dibuka.
Control away the pieces that you
Buka tim building program Wirausaha Merdeka tahun 2024.
we've been through this for a while. Once secure, now it's just gone. Hold me not, keep me back my mind. My thoughts that you're taking stop me to care. Could the night help me shut you out? She gave me a lesson not to go goodbye, but I already tried. I will try to latch myself out of your space, far away, until the distance passes its line. It's a new journey, my heart has had enough of pain. Once a fool, now I'm away. Hold me not, keep me back my mind. My thoughts that you're taking stop me to care. Could the night help me shut you out?
Kissy face, scenty bone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real.
'cause I'm coming to get you, get you, get you. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, 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 I'm on my way. Hold on, I'm on my way. Yeah, 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 I'm on my
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Oh, angel sent from up above. You know you make my world light up. When I was down, when I was hurt, you came to lift me up. Life is a drink and love's a drug. Oh, now I think I must be my user. When I was up with a tried up, you came to let it flow. Turn your magic on, and then she'd say everything you want to dream away. We are legends every day, that's what she told me. Turn your magic on, to me she'd say everything you want to dream away. Under this pressure, under this weight, we are diamonds. I feel my heart beating, I feel my heart underneath my skin. I feel my heart beating. You make me feel like I'm alive again. Alive again. This adventure all that and if we've only got this life, you get me through. If we've only got this life and this adventure all that I wanna share it with you, with you, with you. Said I can't go on, not in this way. I'm a dreamer, die by light of day. Gonna hold up high, sky and say, when we are on me, I feel my heart beating.
Get you off, taking down her hair like oh my god, taking off your shirt, I did that once or twice. No, I know, fuck off. But I think I like her, she's so fun. Wait, I think I hate her, I'm not that evolved. I'm sorry, she's missing it. Sad, sad boy, not my business, but I had to warn ya. Ooh, bet you're thinking she's so cool, kicking back on your couch, making ice from across the room. Wait, I think
seru, terus belajar bisnis, terus bertemu teman-teman berbagai daerah gitu.
Pastinya seru banget, dia juga menambah pengalaman ya, pastinya menambah relasi juga dari teman-teman. Karena aku juga baru ketemu dengan Kak Ila, aku dari Sumatera, dia dari Bogor, dan ini menjadi salah satu wadah untuk para mahasiswa mengembangkan inovasinya, salah satunya dari kita ini seperti Pure Bumi.
Pokoknya nggak nyesel ya Kak ikut
Iya
UMK
dong.
2024 ini. Nggak nyesel banget, aduh.
Kesannya sangat seru, sangat keren. Pokoknya ada UMK ini membuat Hudikor ini satu sama lain, setiap tim jadi kompak, jadi mengetahui bagaimana cara mengelola bisnis, bagaimana cara mendapatkan profit yang sesuai dengan tujuan. Pokoknya dari UMK ini Hudikor mendapatkan manfaat yang sangat keren gitu. Sebelumnya mungkin omsetnya dikit, sekarang jadi banyak. Terus produknya awalnya cuma beberapa item, sekarang jadi lebih banyak lagi itemnya.
Nah, buat UMK pastinya seru banget. Jadi kayak kita bisa ngembangin bisnis yang emang awalnya dari nol sampai sekarang kita udah bisa jualan. Bahkan UMK sendiri memfasilitasi kita kayak expo pameran juga, sampai kita pameran bisa ramai banget gini kan, kayak gitu.
Oke, kesan-pesannya yang dimana kita sangat senang banget terbantu dengan adanya program UMK ini, khususnya yang dimana tidak hanya tentang modal aja, tapi kita juga diberi pembekalan tentang bisnis, yang dimana kita menjadikan satu usaha susu Siudin ini lebih berkembang. Salah satunya yaitu program dari Suling, yaitu susu Siudin keliling, yang dimana program ini dicanangkan untuk UMK yang kita khususkan gitu, dan akhirnya kita bisa melaksanakan susu Siudin keliling ini gitu.
Wow, mantap betul ya teman-teman. Pokoknya teman-teman jangan lupa ikutin kita terus. Bye-bye.
Okay, hello, good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I will start this session tonight. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before I start this session today, maybe I will start with the pantun, like some text that usually used in IPB University before start the event. Maybe it will be interesting because I will read some pantun in the English, but with Indonesian intonations. So maybe you can answer my pantun with cakep. Can you? Okay, maybe you can text it by the chat box, maybe if you cannot open your microphone. Okay, thank you very much, Ivana. Sailing abroad across the sea. Cakep. Doing dreams with hope so bright.
Cakep.
Prepare your career internationally. The future ahead will shine and light. So maybe you can give me some reactions, maybe with applause or just love. Okay, thank you very much, Anissa, Chepi, Ivana, and all of you. Thank you very much for giving me some applause. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make our session more lively, even though we just meet in online today. If you're excited and ready, please show it in the Zoom reactions or drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. So, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, everyone. Welcome to How to Pitch Yourself One-on-One, Mastering English Job Interviews, organized by CDA IPB University in collaboration with ISEC in IPB University. Today, we will explore how to confidently encounter English job interviews for multinational companies, starting from building your personal pitch, strategies to answer common questions with STAR or STIR methods, and even practicing through live mock interview sessions. So it will be very interesting sessions and very insightful. As Genji mentioned, it will daging banget, So it is very interesting today. So before we start this event, let me introduce myself. My name is Nurul Fauzi. I am the student of IPB University from Department of Management, Faculty of Economics and Management, IPB University. That will accompany you throughout the event tonight. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the honored guest, our respected Director of Career Development, Entrepreneurship, and Alumni Relations, Dr. Hewan Sukma Kamajaya MM. our respected Assistant Director of Career and Entrepreneurship Development, Mr. Richie Triharpin Pranata SKPM MSE, and our distinguished speaker, local head of outgoing global talent or teacher ISEC in IPB, Grisela Novinta, and as well as, of course, all participants who have attended this Zoom maybe. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed to the next agenda, allow me to give little explanation regarding today's event. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, today's event with the title, How to Pitch Yourself One-on-One, Mastering Job Interviews. So it is all about mastering English interviews, question and answer with your interviewers. It's all about helping you to get ready for global opportunities. So I believe that all of you has the curiosity about the global opportunities. You want to go around the world and so on. So it will be very insightful for you guys. Together with ISEC in IPB, we will share practical tips like boost your confidence and then most importantly, give you the chance to practice through a mock interview and feedback. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is not just about listening, but learning by doing. So, in these sessions, you will get the chance to do the practical session, one-on-one is the title, to do the practical session so you can get the very practical session and you will have a lot of preparations for your global opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel more prepared and confident for your future interviews. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived at a very part of today's program, very important part. It is truly an honor for us to welcome the presence of a remarkable leader who has been at the forefront of empowering students and graduates to step confidently into their future careers. So, please join me in giving a warm round of applause to the Director of Career Development of IPB University, Dr. Hewan Sukma Kamajaya, who will now deliver the welcoming remarks. So, for Dr. Hewan Sukma, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam buat adik-adik semua. Pertama, saya ucapkan terima kasih buat teman-teman pengurus ISEC yang telah berkenan untuk berkolaborasi bersama Direktorat Pengembangan Karir, Kewirausahaan dan Hubungan Alumni IPB. Dan saya juga mengucapkan terima kasih atas kehadiran adik-adik semua dalam acara yang kami selenggarakan khusus untuk meningkatkan persiapan bagi adik-adik yang akan melakukan interview dalam berbahasa Inggris. Tentu ini bukan yang pertama yang akan kami lakukan, kami akan konsisten secara kontinu untuk terus melakukan kegiatan-kegiatan seperti ini. Tujuannya apa? Supaya adik-adik terbiasa dan akan meningkatkan peluang atau kesuksesan untuk mendapatkan pekerjaan dalam proses rekrutmen dan seleksi yang akan adik-adik ikuti. Terima kasih. Pesan saya, ikuti program ini sampai akhir, insya Allah akan banyak manfaat buat kita semua. Terima kasih juga buat para narasumber, Mbak Wita yang telah berkenan untuk mengisi di acara hal ini. Semoga dimudahkan dan dilancarkan semuanya. Terima kasih. Selamat malam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the warm and inspiring remarks, Dr. Sukma. We truly appreciate your time, insights, and encouragement. They surely motivate all of us throughout today's program. So thank you very much. So ladies and gentlemen, before moving on to the next agenda, may I kindly ask everyone to turn on your camera, please? Because we'd love to see your smiles and active participations because it will make this atmosphere more engaging for us. So ladies and gentlemen, please turn your camera on and show your best smile, your handsome smile, your beautiful smile, because we will take documentations to mark our memorable event tonight. So, and also for the documentator, please get ready because we will take a picture of our session today. So maybe I will count these sessions. So for the first slide, please give your best smile. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. The next slide, the second slide. 3, 2, 1. Okay, next style for the next slide. 3, 2, 1. Okay, maybe this is last slide, I think. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Please give maybe the reactions for today documentations to mark our special event today. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, after we doing our documentation sessions, let's move to our next agenda today, which is the main agenda of this program. So, ladies and gentlemen, but before it, please give your full attention to the material that will be presented, as it will be very valuable for your learning and future preparations. As I mentioned before, this session will very insightful, will daging banget, as Genzi mentioned. Let's stay focused and make the most of this session together. And please be actively participations. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce our speaker, our special speaker today. She is a passionate young leader who has been actively involved in youth development and international opportunities, of course. Currently, she serves as the local head of outgoing global teacher or talent at ISEC in IPB University. With her background and experiences, she will share with us real insight from multinational company interviews and then like the challenge that often come along the way and practical tips on how we can better prepare, we can especially for English job interviews, of course. So please give an applause with the reaction for Miss Grisela Novinta. So without further ado, please, time is yours for Grisela.
Okay, thank you so much, Fauzi. First of all, I want to ask, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for the opportunity and thank you so much for having me. And good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Grisela, and I'm really excited to share with you about how to pitch yourself and how to be better prepared for job interview in English. I know some of you may feel nervous about interview. Actually, me too, especially in English. So let's explore this topic together because tonight is about practicing and it's okay to not be perfect because everything is a process, right? Okay, so here's come cracking job interview. Interview itself are the main doors to opportunities. They are not only about checking your CV, but also about how you present yourself and your confidence and your communication skill. A good pitch and clear answer can make you stand out and will make you recognized by interviewer. So without any further ado, let's jump to the materials. Next, please. Okay, oftenly most interviews have this simple flow. The first is the opening. It's usually about the greetings, and then a self pitch, or if you know, tell me what yourself question. And after that, main Q&A that actually that usually asks you about your strength, weakness, and also experience. And finally, the closing, where you can ask anything to the interviewer. So if you know this flow, I hope we can prepare better for the interview itself. Okay, next, please. All right, so here's are the common questions that usually pop up in the interview. It's like about tell me about yourself, strength and weakness. Why do you want to work here? A challenge that you face, and many more. It's pretty much, but don't worry because we'll break it down together tonight. Okay, next, please. All right, the first of all is tell me about yourself. When you enter an interview, they usually ask you this first question, which is tell me about yourself. This is your chance to create a strong first impression. And actually, behind the question, what they're really asking us is who are you professionally? And why are you the right person for this job? So to answer it, you can keep it short and relevant. Your pitch should be like a movie trailer, not the full movie. Okay, next, please. Okay, so we're gonna more focus about self-pitch. A self-pitch is simply a short introduction about yourself. It's actually take 30 till 60 seconds. So it must be short, clear, and focused on what important things. Okay, next please. So why pitch yourself is so important? Because your self-pitch creates the first impression, and the first impression matters. In interview, your ability to communicate clearly and also confidently often decide whether you move forward or not. And also, a good pitch can open career opportunity in interview or maybe networking session. So it's really important for you to have a good self pitch. Okay. Next, please. So here's the key elements of self-pitch. The first of all is who you are. You can mention your name and a short background such as your field or study or maybe your current role. And then the second one is what you bring. You can share anything about your strengths, skill, or maybe achievement that makes you feel valuable. It's also can come from the class project or maybe organization. And the last one is where you want to go. For this session, you can explain your career goals or maybe professional aspiration or future goals that show direction or purpose. Okay, next please. So here's the example. Let's imagine Dana, a computer science graduate from IPB. She said, "Hello, my name is Dana. I recently graduated from IPB in computer science. I built teamwork and problem solving during my study, I built strong problem solving and teamwork skill through software development project and my role in a coding club. I'm excited to share my career in IT, especially in software engineering." Okay. You can notice how short, clear, and professional it is. It consists the three elements that mentioned before, which is who are you, what you did, and where you want to go. Okay, next please. So to crafting your own pitch, this is the step that you can actually do. So first of all, you can identify strength that describes you the best. Maybe 2 or 3 strengths that you want to focus the most. And then you can connect them to your study, project, or activity, or maybe organizational experience. Then the last thing is you need to link them with your career goals. So you can have a synchronized self-pitch. Okay, next please. So it's pretty much about self-pitch. Now we're going to move on to the next question. Okay, why do you want to work here? Of course, if we want answer, we can answer like because I need a job. But the real meaning of this question is they want to know if you did your homework, if you did your research, and do your goals align with company. So this is how to answer. You can talk about what the reason drive you to the company, and then you can connect it to your personal goals or value. Okay, next please. So this is the step that actually you can do to answer this question. So before your interview, make sure you do research about the company you want to apply, and then you should know what value that they bring, and you can connect the value of the company with yours. And then you can also mention the specific program, product, or culture that you admire from the company. Here's the example. Back again with Dana. I want to work here because this company is known for innovation in technology. During my thesis, I worked on data system, and I believe my skill in coding and analysis fit well with your current project. I also admire your focus on digital solution for real-world program. If you see here, this example consists of the company values and also the programs that currently running in that company. So yeah, make sure you do research about the company you want to apply first. Okay, next please. Okay, the next one is what are your strengths? In this question, they ask you about the strength, and what they really asking is what can you give to the company? Not all strengths, but you can answer it with the ones relevant to the roles. And also you can choose one or two and tell it with the short story, and yeah, you can support them with real examples or also metric. Next, please. Okay, here's the step. What you can do to answer this question. The first of all, you can use a short story to show your strength in action. So there's a real case solved by your strength. And then you can mention your soft skill or also hard skill. It depends to you what the skill you want to highlight the most. And then it can be more better if you mention about the result. This is the example, like Dana itself mentioning about the skill of the strength skill that he has, and then what the action she did, and also the result itself. So it can create a good statement of this your strength. Okay, next please. Okay, the next one is what are your weakness? And actually, this is kind of tricky because um, sometimes it's really confusing us on how to answer it. So in this question, basically, interviewer want to see, can you reflect on your own performance and improve your performance? And this is how you can answer the question. You can pick a real but non-critical weakness and emphasize what you have done to improve it. Next, please. Okay, so for some tricks and tips to answer this question, please avoid generic answer like perfectionist or and you can focus on progress, not the weakness itself. So interviewer knows that you are try mm, to how do I say this? To mengatasi hal tersebut. So yeah, here's the example. I used to feel nervous presenting my project, and I realized my technical skill will not shine if I couldn't explain them. To improve, I joined a student club where I practice monthly presentation. Over time, I gained confidence and now I can explain my work more clearly. So, nervous is one of the weakness that Dana has, but she did maintain it by practicing monthly presentation and join a student club. So yeah, she also mentioned about the progress that she done to mengatasi kenervosannya. So next, please. So this also some fabrication from the interviewer, which is tell me about the challenge you face. They want to see how you solve problem. This is where a structure helps. Okay, what they want really asking is, can you stay calm, think critically, and take initiative when you are under pressure? And to answer this question, you can use the START method. First, you can choose a real challenge that show off your problem solving or communication skill. Okay, next, please. All right, so let me introduce you to STAR method. This is where structure help. Otherwise, your answer will be too messy. And this is like a recipe for telling your story in a clearer way. For the start method, it consists of first is situation. You can explain the context or background of the story, and then come to text, like describe your responsibility in that situation, and then you can go to the action, like mention or share the specific step you took to handle the situation. And last, you need to explain about the result. You can present about the outcomes or maybe achievement or maybe result from your problem solving skill or maybe communication skill. Okay, next please. So here's the example. There is question that asks you about, tell me about the time you solve a problem in a team. This is how you create and use STAR method. First, you can say the situation, like in student project, we have a miscommunication. And next, you can moving to the task. As leader, I have to improve coordination. And then go on with the action. As a leader, I organize a meeting and clarify roles. And it comes to the result, which is we finished on time and got a good grade. So it's more clearly to use STAR method rather than answering without any method, because it's kind of like you are yapping too much and not clear to answer the question. Okay, next. Okay, so this is another tricky one. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's not about predicting the future, but actually interview just want to really know, like, will you be engaged and growing with the company, or are you using this as a stepping stone? So how to answer this? I suggest you to talk about your professional goals, especially ones that show long-term interest in the field or the company. And you can talk about learning, leadership, or maybe impact. Next, please. So here's some tips to you to answer this question. First, you can balancing about the ambition with learning that you will learn at the company, and then you can show your commitment to grow in the field or maybe in the company job decision. So this is the example. In 5 years, I hope to have grown in a software engineering who not only works on technical projects but also mentor junior college. I want to keep improving my coding and data analysis skill while contributing to bigger projects that have a real impact. I'm especially interested in this company because of its strong focus of innovation and professional development, which I believe will support my growth in this long run. Okay, so you need to make sure you have a long perspective, but also balancing it with the company, how companies support you. Okay, next, please. All right. So this actually used by company to close the interview session. Like, why should we hire you? This is your chance. This is your chance to shine, and you can summarize your top skill and connect them to what they need. And yeah, maybe you can act like mini sales pitch, and you can summarize your top qualification, soft skill, cultural fit, then connect it to company needs. Okay, next, please. Okay, so to answer this question, you can also show fit with the role or the company, and uh, you can also show a brief track record if needed. This is the example. For the example itself, Dana, back again to our example, she mentioned about the track record that she did before, like drawing engagement, and also what she done before. So it's also, you know, um, tell about her strength, and also um, brief the interview that she's the perfect candidate for the roles. Okay, next please. Okay, so I think this is the last question that actually interviewer usually asks, which is, do you have any question for us? So when they ask this question, I suggest you to say no. Like, this is your chance to show interest and asking like, where are the team's priority and how would you describe the management style here? So, interviewer will know that you have curious on this opportunity. So I think that's all. Next, please. Okay, here are some tips for interview in English. The first one, you can use simple sentence. You don't need to make it as so professional that you can say it properly. So you just use simple sentence, but it can be understandable. And then don't worry about don't worry too much about grammar, because usually the interviewer will choose the candidates will clear explanation rather than the one who care too much about grammar. And then you can speak slowly and smile and show confidence. Recruiter care more about clarity than perfection. And yeah, you can practice with your friend before the interview, so to make sure you can prepare more for the interview itself. Next. So before your interview, you can also prepare your pitch and research the company, and then practice common question. And yeah, always say thank you at the end. Like, those little things actually make a big differences. Okay, I think that's all. Next, please. Okay, so after this presentation, we will go into our mock-up interview practice. And in this session, you'll get a chance to try your bit, answer some common interview question, and practice using the STAR method. And don't worry, because you will get time to prepare the answer. And you also give the feedback from each other. So yeah, just try your best, because this is a safe place to practice. Okay, next please. All right, I think that's pretty much from me about the interview in English. Hopefully it will help you to prepare more about the interview. And I hope this section makes you feel less nervous about interview. And remember, learning is never ending process. So yeah, let's keep practicing together. And also, can you next please? Okay, so we talked about how to pitch yourself and answer interview question. And at the end of the day, all this skill will help you to step up into real opportunity. And yeah, one way to get that kind of experience is through ISEC and IPB. So let me introduce you a bit about ISEC in IPB. ISEC itself is a global youth organization, and here's in IPB we connect student and graduate to international opportunity. Next, please. We also have some product, and one of it is Global Talent. Global Talent is our professional internship program, and you can get a chance to work in companies abroad and gaining international exposure, and also applying to a real workplace setting. And next, please. Okay, the next one, you can also apply to Global Teacher if you have any interest in teaching abroad, because this is also helps you to build cross-cultural communication and develop teaching and leadership skill and make a direct impact in educational at the international level. So here's the benefit you can also get from our program. Next, please. Okay, so here's are some partner of ISEC in IPB, which is spread in Asia Pacific and also Europe. And yeah, by making this partnership, we hope that we can provide a good opportunity for youth in IPB and in Bogor. So if you are ready to step up into real global opportunity, whether in companies or education, ISEC in IPB can connect you to those experiences. Okay, next. So for the further information, you can check our website at isec.org and also our Instagram at leadwithimpact.ipb. Okay, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I hope you take the next step for your personal and professional growth. Okay, next please. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for joining the session till now. And yeah, for the next, I will give the session to Fauzi. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Grisela. So very insightful session, and you share very valuable knowledge for us to prepare ourselves to do the global opportunity in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give reaction for Grisela as our speaker tonight. Very amazing. So, okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So, and now, as Grisela mentioned before, it's time for our mock interview sessions. So we would like to invite all participants to play roles as an interviewer and interviewee in English, of course. So it will be very excited sessions because we will do the like practical session to do interview and Q&A sessions as the interviewee, I mean, an interviewer. So, but ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. This is not about evaluations, but about learning together. So we would love to encourage all the participants to actively participate along the way. So this sharing session could be effective, as the purpose of this sharing session is to encourage the participant to practice their communication skills in English as a global language. So afterward, our speaker will provide direct feedback and improvement tips for after the mock-up interview session. So now we will continue to the one-on-one session in the breakout rooms. So please, each of you will be automatically assigned to a room with your mentor or facilitator for these sessions. Please make sure your camera and microphone are very ready, and don't forget to stay active and engage. If you're experienced and any technical issue, kindly return to the main room, and our committee will assess you to back to your breakout room. So, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare yourself, and you will be invited to the breakout room for this one-on-one session, mock interview sessions. So, please be remember, after the mock-up interview session, please be back to the main room because we will close these sessions and take documentation to remark our special session tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare yourself, and good luck for your mock interview session. I hope that you will get very valuable practical sessions with your mentor. Okay, thank you very much. Good luck, everyone. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so prepare yourself to do the mock interview sessions with your mentor. Okay, I think that some participant is join the breakout room to do the mock interview sessions. And for Ina Februari, could we get the PowerPoint, please? Yes. Maybe the community will share the PowerPoint to make sure that all of you can read the PowerPoint carefully and perfectly. So this is still 43 participant. Maybe the committee will share the invitation to join the breakout room. So all of you can join the breakout room and can do the mock interview session with your mentor smoothly. Okay. And don't forget to be back to the main room after your session is finished, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay, I guess that most of participant has joined the breakout room. So maybe that's all from me. We will be back at 8 p.m. So see you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So, once we will wait for some participant to be back to this main room. Maybe some of you will share your experience during the sessions. Maybe anyone? Or maybe just share your rating, maybe? Just 5 out of 10, or maybe what score your session, your experience, the practical session. Maybe anyone can share your experience during sessions. Okay, can you guys? Wow, Shanti, share that 10 out of 10. Very good job, Shanti. Wow, congratulations. Maybe anyone? Can you share your rating of the session tonight? Or maybe can you share like one word for the session? Oh my God, 11 out of 10. So it's over, but it's still good. Insightful. Okay, thank you, Fatima. Anyone? One word for this session. Insightful. And then any other word? Amazing or daging banget? Oh, just 2 words. Super. Okay, yes, it's called one word. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Oh my God. It's very difficult for me to read this word. Okay, thank you very much, Miss Putu. Mantul, mantap betul. Very good. Okay, thank you very much. Amazing. Pretend. Okay, thank you very much, Farah. And everyone, please remember you have to recheck the link for your confirmations through the link that's shared by the committee. So please confirm your confirmations with the link that is shared by the committee. Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for some participant to be back to this main room. Okay, then ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to fill the presentation link to make sure that your presence is filled for this event. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining this very insightful session. Both the material session and then the practical session. What an insightful session today. So we've learned that succeeding in English job interviews comes down to practice, confidence, and the right strategies, of course. Very big thank you to Grisela as our speakers, and then ISEC in IPB for sharing their knowledge and experience, and to all of you for actively participating this session tonight. We hope today's session helps you to get closer to your global opportunity, and see you next event from ISEC or CDA IPB University. So don't forget to keep an eye on CDA's Instagram account in @CDA_IPB and ISEC in IPB's Instagram account, so you won't miss our next agenda. Keep up the good spirit and success. I hope that all of you can get a lot of insight and can prepare yourself to go around the world and get a global opportunities. So maybe that's all from me, and thank you very much for all of you that joined this event tonight. See you soon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, Kak.
Thank you, thank you.
Deepest cuts by the coolest bands. Spent a year abroad, solo in Japan. Wrote your senior paper about exploding stars, how they're made up of the same things we are. Thinking about what's next, talking about my life, could spend the rest. I can see you now, and now I trust. Feel like I should call and thank your ex. Sitting here like, damn, how could anybody let you get away, get away, get away? I can't think of any time I've ever felt this way, felt this way, felt this way. What more could somebody want? Like God, let me draw you down. Damn, how could anybody let you get away, get away? I won't let you get away. You wouldn't be caught dead wearing yoga pants. You're more Paris, Texas than Paris, France. You know every word, sung by Kurt Cobain. Look, you're perfect is what I've been trying to say. So, damn, how could anybody let you get away, get away, get away? I can't think of any time I've ever felt this way, felt this way, felt this way. What more could somebody want? Like God, let me draw you down. Damn, how could anybody let you get away, get away? I won't let you get away. Thinking about what's next, talking about my life, could spend the rest. I can see you now, and now I trust. Feel like I should call and thank your ex. Sitting here like, damn, how could anybody let you get away, get away, get away? I can't think of any time I've ever felt this way, felt this way, felt this way. What more could somebody want? Like God, let me draw you down. Damn, how could anybody let you get away, get away? I won't let you get away. same without your head on my shoulders. Growing pains, but I don't wanna get older. Almost like we left it all already. Couple feelings never laid to rest. Didn't know that the party was over. And it's true that I need you here closer. Burning photos, had to learn to let go. I used to. Somebody in another skin. I heard that you're happy without me, and now it's true. It kills me a little, that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know I'd still die for you. I hope you're getting everything you needed. Found the puzzle piece and feel completed. Just wanted you to know every reason. Hope you really know that I mean that. Couldn't see the forest from the trees. Only time we speak is in my dreams. Burning photos, had to learn to let go. I used to. Somebody in another skin. I heard that you're happy without me, and now it's true. It kills me a little, that's okay, 'cause I die for you. You know I'd still die for you. You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. You must think that I'm new to this. But I have seen this song before. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me. 'Cause every time I open up it hurts. So I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you. In case you go and leave me in the dirt. Man, every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. And every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbye. I'm way too good at goodbye. I'm way too good at goodbye. I know you're thinking I'm heartless. I know you're thinking I'm cold. I'm just protecting my innocence. I'm just protecting my soul. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me. 'Cause every time I open up it hurts. So I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you. In case you go chance. It's sad, but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbye. I'm way too good at goodbye. No way that you'll see me cry. I'm way too good at goodbye. No, 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 no. No way that you'll see me cry. I'm way too good at goodbye. 'Cause every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker these tears dry. And every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbye.
Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. When our friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. 'Cause my heart breaks a little when I hear your name. It all just sounds like too young, too dumb to realize that I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. My pride, my ego, my needs, and my selfish ways caused a good, strong woman like you to walk out my life. Now I'll never get to clean up the mess I made. Oh, and that haunts me every time I close my eyes. It all just sounds like too young, too dumb to realize that I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Although it hurts, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. Oh, I know I'm probably much too late to try and apologize for my mistakes, but I just want you to know I hope he buys you flowers. I hope he holds your hand.